I was just a little woman living in a small village at the edge of the great forest. My days were filled with the sound of birds singing, the rustling of leaves, and the occasional chatter of my fellow villagers. But one day, something strange happened, something that would change my life forever. It all began when I saw him. I was walking back from the river, my hands full of freshly caught fish, when I saw him standing by the old bamboo tree. He was handsome. He has a lovely look, which every woman has a dark skin, like the rich soil after the rain. His hair was very long and flowing, like the river itself. His eyes were deep as if they held secrets, and when he smiled, it felt like the whole world had paused to listen. I had never seen him before, yet something about him felt familiar, like he had been waiting for me. "Greetings," I said, my heart racing in my chest. He nodded swiftly, his voice like the wind rustling through the trees. "Greetings, beautiful lady. My name is Ekene, and you are?" "I am Ezine," I answered, my voice a little shaky. I could not understand while I was nervous. It was as if he had cast some spell. He has cast some spell over me, drawing me in. We spoke for a while, and I listened, and I learned that he lived in the village just beyond the forest. I invited him to visit me, and he agreed. From that day forward, every evening, he would appear by the bamboo tree, and we would talk, laugh, and share stories. I came to look forward to our meetings, my heart growing fonder of him with each passing day. But there were whispers in the village. Elder, wise, and old warned me. "Ezine, there are things in the forest that are not of this world. Beware of ones you meet, for not all are flesh and blood." I didn't listen. I was too in love with Ekene, the young, handsome man. One night, as the full moon hung in the sky, Ekene invited me to his house. "Come to me tonight, Ezine," he whispered. "I have something special to show you." Without a second thought, I followed him into the forest. The trees seemed to close in around us, their branches twisting like hands trying to hold us back. But I was too lost in him, in his beauty, to be afraid. He led me deep into the woods, past the ancient trees that no one dared to approach. Finally, we reached a clearing, and there stood a house made of stone, covered in vines, its windows dark as if no one had lived there for many years. "This is my home, Ezine." His voice cold and distant now. "Welcome." I stepped inside the air, thick with a strange chill. It was dark, save for the pale light of the moon fluttering through the cracks in the walls. There was something unsettling about the place, but I could not bring myself to leave. Ekene disappeared in the shadow, leaving me standing in the air silence. I waited, my heart pounding in my chest, when I suddenly heard a soft, swift whisper behind me. Ezine, the voice called, but it was not Ekene's voice. It was deeper, hollow, like an echo from the underworld. I turned around, but no one was there. I shook my head, trying to pause, trying to push away the fear that crept up my spine. I had to find him. I called him, my voice trembling. Ekene, where are you? The silence was broken by a soft laughter, a low, chilling sound that made my blood run cold. The silence was broken by a soft laughter, a low, chilling sound that made my blood run cold. As in a Ekene, my love, came the voice, but it was not his voice anymore. You have come too far. Suddenly, I felt something cold touch my shoulder. I spun around and he stood, but this was not the Ekene I had fallen in love with. His eyes were hollow, his skin pale as death, and his hair flowed like smoke in the wind. He smiled, but it was not the sweet smile I remembered. It was a twisted grin filled with malice. I'm not what you think, Ezine. I'm not of this world. Fear gripped my heart. What are you? My whispered. I whispered, my voice barely audible. I'm the spirit of the forest, the one who lures the living into my domain, he said, his, his voice like the wind howling through the trees. And now you will stay with me forever. I turned to run, but the door slammed shut, trapping me inside. The walls seemed to close in on me, and I could hear him laughing, more distorted. Ezine, my love, you are mine now, he said forever. I tried to scream, but no sound came out. The shoulders around me twisted and ripped. The coldness of death seemed to seep into my very bones. As I stood there, paralyzed with fear, I realized too late that Ekene had never been human. He was a spirit of the forest, a ghost that lured men like me, a ghost that lures women like me to their domain. And now I stood. I was a part of the forest, trapped in its darkness forever. To this day, if you walk through the forest at night, you might hear him whisper on the wind. Some say he still waits by the bamboo tree, waiting for the next soul to to love, love him before he drags them into the darkness, just as he did.